You literally believe everything that they tell you. Sweetheart, they're not mentally stable. This stuff that they're doing is not mentally stably sound judgments. This is complete homicide. Complete homicide in larger masses. Do you know what you call that? They wanted to pretend that taking a test determines somebody's mental stability. This woman that you're not understanding is a living threat. She is a living threat. You do not understand how much trouble she can cause. She can launch bombs. She can devastate, put diseases, and kill people off. She can bomb people because the government gives her permissions to do so. And all that other stuff that you thought that you were telling the truth, that is a complete lie. They act like that they're justified homicide. That's why they run away from you when you talk to them. Because they know that if they're homicidal, they need to run away because they know you point out the truth in front of them. As soon as they do that stuff, they start running because they know they're homicidal and they kill people. That's why they have their heart going off. I've seen one of them before. These people are homicidal. So you're not telling the truth. Those mental care facilities are just so they can control who they want to kill and who they don't want to kill. That's what sociopathy of narcissists do. They sit there, and once they get the permission of power granted onto them, they take in liberty and take anyone out so they can maintain their power and centralized control. That's really what it is. You believe every stupid little thing from their mouths, and you completely just believe them. Like they're protecting you. And they're not. They're literally sitting there with her right now, just going to bomb everyone. She doesn't care. You keep acting like that this is such a fake little story. And you keep acting like I was seeing things? Well, how in the world can somebody bomb a bunch of people and be called mentally stably putting other people in danger from a safety point of view? That literally means that nothing that's being done is a safety, neither is it mentally correct. That means that there are a bunch of homicidal liars sitting in a platoon quietly doing what they're doing and hiding all this stuff and pretending they're high IQ. Sweetheart, God is already done with the entire scenario of her. That's why he comes and destroys the flipping earth with her on it, because he already knows that she already has those kind of granted permissions and powers. She already knows that. God already knows what she's going to do. So all this stuff that you believe that you're safe is a complete lie. You're better off leaving than you're being stuck between her and her crazy groups, is what you're better off doing. Because as soon as she does that stuff, she doesn't care who she kills to get her way. You literally think that you're safe, that you're okay. Yeah, because just because they're military that you're safe. They're protecting you. You believe every single little thing that they're telling you. And you have no idea what they can do to you. They can label you a mental condition, call you crazy, but they can go ahead and kill you and not be called crazy. Do you know what that's called? It's called lying under oath. Do you know what that means? They're lying under oath while they're killing a bunch of other people. And you literally believe everything that's there. You're better off just letting and leaving than being around a bunch of psychopathical crazies at an airbase or wherever she's already at. I mean, I can't believe how stupid these people are. These people think that they're mentally stably blowing up people. They literally believe that God has decreed this entire behavior. That God wanted this to be. And then the funnier part is that's how the three fallen angels divinely do that stuff. So that's not the case. They already know Lucifer is a light being. They already know Satan was the first one who made warfare up in heaven. They already know that the three fallen angels dictate by religion, politics, and military. So none of the stuff that's being said is true. Nothing biblically is being thought out. Nothing is true at all. That's why I don't believe anything that they're saying. Because Satan likes to launch bombs at people and kill people. Satan likes to murder mass amounts of people. Satan has knowledge of the highest order to kill everyone else off, but not Satan. That's literally what Satan actually is. The most knowledgeable creature from the highest heaven. So that means that that military woman is the most knowledgeable out of the entire military group. So we already know that this is a lie. And we already know that that's a ciphering compass sitting in her zodiac. So we already know it's a ciphering compass. And we already know that makes Satan liability in that woman. So you act like none of this stuff is real. You completely delude your brain from the truth. Like you separate this, well, this can't be this way and this way. Sweetheart, you don't understand what Satan does. That's the entire thing about Satan. You literally believe he is the hierarchy, that he's protecting you. And that demon is inside of that woman's body, possessed, and blowing up people. So, what part of that you don't understand biblical scripture that you don't understand? And why would it say 666 if that's the sixth commandment? Everything in biblical scripture always matches exactly to what it says in other parts of the text. So nothing she's saying or anything that's being said is true. So that means that she was lying the entire time.